Find the total difference. Henry has a total of $700 in the bank. After he withdrew 40% of his saving account and 60% of his checking account, there's the same amount of money in the two accounts. How much more money was in his checking account than in his savings account? Let's start this problem off by doing a comparison between the remaining of his savings and the remaining of his checking. The remaining of savings, if he started off with 100%, he's now subtracting out 40%. That has to be equal to the remaining of his checking, which if he started off with 100% of his checking, he's now subtracting out 60%. Now we can make this comparison. The savings account times 60% has to equal the checking account times 40%. That means that the checking account has to equal the savings account times 60% divided by 40%, or in other words, if I simplify that, the savings account times 150%. Therefore, the checking account is 150% of the saving account. Now let's do some calculations. Let's calculate the savings account. 700 divided by 100% plus 150%, and that's going to equal 280. That means that the checking account has to be 700 minus 280 equals 420, and the difference between them has to be 420 minus 280, which equals $140. Let's check our answer. If the checking account started off with 420 and the savings account started off with 280, that means they would in total be the 700 that we said in the beginning of the problem. Now, the checking account times 40%, which was the remaining amount, and the savings account times 60%, which was that remaining amount, those should end up being equal. If we do these calculations, 420 times 40% is $168, and 280 times 60% is also $168. So this checks out. Our final answer for the difference between them is $140.